Rich, I feel pretty shitty. Uh but not terrible. But still, like I had a I guess like the day after I didn't have a fever, because I didn't have a fever, like, and I didn't feel as bad as I did that day. Like the next day, it was like a false sense of feeling good. So I was like, man, I feel great. But then, like, when that kind of set in, that was like normal, I was like, yeah, I don't feel great. I just feel better than I did, which was bad. So I still feel, I don't feel 100%, but I'm getting there. Uh, I was trying to get some, where's my other bait? I got some, was feeling pretty shitty yesterday, but I was able to actually do some pretty nice paint work. How about that guy? Guy said he wanted a thread fin. So, you damn light. For the YouTubes to show off. Team No Fish, I did forget to take my vitamin C and D today. I took it yesterday, but the yeah, I sent this picture to Josh yesterday, and he called me and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, painting your baits, and he's like, "Who sent you that?" I'm like, it's none of your fucking business. He's like, it's pretty nasty. I was like, yeah, it is. So that was fun to paint. Uh, yeah, they are great baits. They are very well built. Josh put a lot of work into it, and he was upset that I painted over his because he puts like heat shrink over the eyes so they stay clean, like you see a lot of the Japanese guys do. When I sent him the pic, he was like, "You painted over my eyes." I'm like, "Oh, was I supposed to mask those off?" And he's like, "Yeah, you gotta keep them clean." It's like, nah, I'll go ahead and dirty them up for you. Uh, that's a Tato J. Tato Eon Glide. Josh Heron makes it. Um, yeah, really good glide. Really good glide. So dude should be happy with this. I'd like to have it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish this was sitting on my damn wall. Uh, I would gladly be slinging that thing. And then standard perch, standard perch. Nothing too fancy. Hey, Instagrammers, I've had a real beef with Instagram lately. Uh, I've noticed on my feed when I like go to like pull up Instagram, about every post is a promoted post, is a recommended post, is a sponsored post. Like, I don't see anything of anybody that I follow hardly. Like, I started counting, and like I went through like 10 posts before I saw anything that was like somebody I knew, and everything above that was either like a suggested post or a sponsored post or something like that. It was really annoying. And I used to love Instagram. Like, Instagram was my thing. That's why I built my Instagram a lot bigger than my Facebook, because Facebook was equally annoying because nobody ever saw anything. But I feel like Facebook's going back to where you can actually do more on Facebook. I don't know. I don't know. Is that all y'all see? Like, am I the only one that just sees nothing but like sponsored shit? Here is I don't know what this thing. I forget what these are called, but dude wanted it to look like a crappie, so crappie it is. Crappie it is. Does that look like a big crappie? I guess to y'all. Should. GFB. Yeah, I can't. I hate that. I cannot stand all these stupid initial names. I can't keep up with them. What was the one? The going fishing. What was the one? What was the big giant bluegill that was like 10 letters long? I forget. It was like it's something stupid. It was like don't bass, don't tell or something. I couldn't remember. There was some absurd ones out there. Here is a psycho trout. I think turned out pretty good for the YouTubes. And let's see what else. Don't bass, don't tell. Yeah, that one was. I don't know where these people come up with this stuff. But didn't it change to, or wasn't it something? It was like the going fishing. So that was another one that was like really long. Before it was don't bass, don't tell. I actually talked to that guy about when he was selling that big giant bluegill because he wanted to get out of the game or whatever. And he's like, I'm selling this, I'm selling this bait. And at the time, like that made sense to me. I'm like, oh, I can buy this bait and just like paint it because that's all I really wanted to do was paint bluegills. And this was years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. And I sent him a message. I was like, so what's the deal with the bait for sale? And he's like, well, I'm trying to think what it was. It was a terrible deal. You got like, I'm trying to think. You didn't even really get the bait, I don't think. Like you got the rights to the bait, but like he maybe sent you like you didn't get molds. You didn't get anything but like a master to make whatever you wanted to out of. And I was like, what? Like he kept all the molds and he kept all the baits and like you just got like a big fat bluegill that you could do with what you wanted to. And the dude wanted like 12 grand. And I think his YouTube page, or it's not his YouTube page, his Facebook page, which I think came with, it had like 500 followers or something. I'm like, okay, that's worthless. What else? What else does this $12,000 come from? And it was basically just being able to take that bait and make something out of it. But I was like, dude, I can take $12,000 and do a lot more than buy your little crummy ass looking fat bluegill. You know what I mean? Like I'll just have, just have one printed for way less. Big old 9-inch BGC. Just a regular old gizzard shad looking thing. What else? That was it for the swimmers yesterday. It was I said I was feeling crummy, so I managed to make it through those. The this one about got the best of me, but I did it first because I knew it was gonna be a pain in the ass, but I got it done. Pretty good looking little bait. But 12K for a business that came with nothing. Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. That would be like me selling you my business for 20 grand and being like, you can paint all these colors. I'm like, well, I don't know how to paint. It's like, well, when you buy my business, you can paint them. Wait a minute, I don't know how to paint. I'll figure it out. Figure it out. What y'all up to? Bo, no fishing today? I watched a little bit of the live of the Alabama Bass Trail in Lay Lake. That's what I thought, Travis. I thought it was a hell of a deal. Like if the dude would have wanted like $1,000 for his master, okay. Like by the time you go through like having the bait, scanned and printed and all that kind of shit, you might be at $1,000. So yeah, get your money back, whatever. But like, I don't know. It was bad. Bad. Let's see. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna put hooks and rings on these things. I have to hold it in front of my hat so it contrasts. Ooh. Bo, you gonna go crank? Or are you gonna go throw big stuff? Or are you mix and match with conventional, or do you only throw big shit? Travis, I was watching Shark Tank last night actually, and those guys were on there that had the hugger with the reel that has the like spool on the side of it. And you like hand wrap line around it, and you're supposed to be able to like cast. It's like I don't remember what it's called, but it's just a hugger. But Kyle, that was kind of confusing. It was more meant for the people that weren't actually fishing today, physically, not that weren't into the that didn't fish at all. Ooh, Shad's Bonneby. A hugger, aka a koozie, a beer or Coke insulator, soda insulator, cool beverage can insulator. We've always called them huggers. I think koozie has become the appropriate term now. But anyway, so these guys, it was the guy and his like brother-in-law and somebody else. They went on Shark Tank and they were Shark Tanking this hugger with a spool on the side of it that you fished with, and I forget what the deal was, but it's like such a dumb novelty. Like it's not going to be around forever. You know what I mean? And I didn't see it, but I walked back in there and Amy was like, they declined. was like, they declined what? She's like, they declined the deal. I was like, why would you ever decline a deal? Like for them, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like even if it's a shitty deal, I feel like in your position for them, like just make as much as you can as fast as you can and then let it run its path and be done. Travis, you cast it with your hand. It's actually made in, I think it's made in Oklahoma. But yeah, the guys passed on the deal, so I thought it was foolish. That's what the chillin' reel. That's what it's called. Jay Priest knew it. The chillin' reel. And believe it or not, I own one. Amy gave me one. Yeah, the TV exposure is huge. Like you can, they make a pile of money just from that. But I feel like the issue is if you don't have the capital to, like, having 1 million orders is worthless when you're a bunch of broke dicks and you can't afford to buy the inventory, right? So you go on, you and your two buddies go on Shark Tank and you get home and you've got more invoices in a week than you've gotten in the last year and a half. You're like, oh, what do we do with these? We don't have that kind of product. We don't have that kind of money. But they, I guess they're still making it. But the dude, I felt bad for the dude. He was like terrified. The guy who invented the product, like they kept zooming in on his hands because that's where the hugger was, and he was shaking, like the whole time. He never stopped. I figured he'd like after like the first little intro, he would like chill out. He would have, but he never quit shaking. Jay Henny, I'm kind of not really slammed. I'm trying to keep it that way, so I can get Travis Stearman stuff done, Casey stuff done, and my own stuff done. I gotta have bluegills done by the end of the month. I'm gonna try and do 50 of them. That's the goal. I need to do 50, and 50 would get me back to. It would make up some ground from when I was sick and when I was watching babies. So I had 4 days off of not working because I was watching the kids when Amy was gone, and then I got sick and I was down for 3-4 days. So Travis, correct. Correct. Let's see here. I need some little split rings for these, I believe. I really need to be cleaning my office. I'm waiting on my dad to leave. He's going fishing tomorrow for a week. And I'm waiting on him to leave so I can go and do bait stuff. It's over. All that stuff's over there by him where he hangs out. And like I said, I don't want to contaminate his air. So I just been piddling around in here. Bo, you still there? You ever travel down and get wild and go down to the Coosa, or is it too sucky for you? I guess you have no reason to unless you're like competing down there or something. Yeah. Where's my little foam cooler? There it is. My bait hanger. Went to Neely once. Oh. What about Bankhead? Is that on your radar? Like, the people on the Tennessee River talk about Bankhead at all? Never heard of it. Wow. If you go if you go down below the whatever it is, Sipsey Fork at Smith, that runs into Bankhead on the Warrior River. Uh, it pumps out some really big bags this time of year, or earlier in the year. You see you see very very large stringers come out of Bankhead in the spring. Kyle, I would take that in a heartbeat. Heartbeat, dude. Kyle just offered me to trade COVID to change his brakes, rotate his tires, and change his oil. As long as you don't have drums. If you got disc brakes, no problem. It'll be done in an hour and a half. All of it. Yeah, my buddy Chad's up there on Smith. He's in Coleman. I need to. I went and fished Smith with him. Maybe last year or 2 years ago, we fished at night around the lights. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun. It's wild, like when you're pulling up on those docks and like you're idling up to it, and you can see that damn torpedo swimming around in the damn light. And you're like, that's a damn giant, and it's exciting. It's like being able to bed fish, but like it's like the excitement of bed fishing, but not having to bed fish. And it's especially weird because it's at night and it's like you're doing something you're not supposed to. AJ Mindy, how goes it? Kyle, what truck do you have that the rear are drums and the fronts are discs? Because I have a 2008 Silverado, and my front are discs and the back are drums, and it's very odd because it's like they took my truck off the assembly line and didn't put drums on any of the other ones except mine. Yeah, there's some Magnum stripes up there. That's what uh that's what Chad was telling me. He's like, you need to go catch some stripers by the lights. And I was like, dude, I couldn't imagine like one of the Magnum stripers like cruising around by a light. That would like terrify me. 2014 Silverado. So that's the generation after mine. So it must be like some sort of. Here's an LTC. Mine's an LTZ. I don't know why they would do that. It's odd. Like I think the drums are better for towing, but all of them don't come with it. I don't know. But AJ, get out of here with that lake trout bullshit, dude. This is not lake trout craft, bass tackle craft. What does a lake trout even eat? Red weenies on a downrigger? See, that's what I'm saying, Kyle. Like everybody I know that's got a Silverado, like they have discs all the way around. AJ, you know better than to shop on my site anyway because there's nothing on it. Even if you were going bass fishing. Oh. Obtuse angler, we have talked. I've had a request for a lake trout paint job, and I'll have to attack that when I'm feeling better, because I know it'll push my limits of patience. All the little dots and shit. Like yesterday when I was trying to paint these dots on the side of these baits, like or it wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, like my hand was shaking. Like not my airbrush hand, it was my stencil hand. And that's when I knew it was probably time to go home and go to sleep. And by go home and go to sleep, I mean go home and stay up till midnight, like I'm not supposed to. But that's part of it. Sup, Slaya? We're slaying split rings right now. Jigging spoons and Kitex is all you need to catch lake trout. Erico Fisher, how goes it? How goes it? I need a damn fan blowing in here. It's hot. Y'all like flat sides? Flat sided crankbaits? Anybody? So for the first time, when Marty was asking me what bait I wanted next, we designed a flat side. And I don't typically like them, but wanted to gave him a concept, and he ran with it. It looks badass. Kyle, you like flats? I got Marty building me some flats. Limit all my gear to less than 100 pounds? Because you're flying on your private jet, you prick? Is that why? What's on my shirt? No, these aren't. These are some kind of salmon. Do y'all know who Ray Troll is? This is probably my favorite T-shirt in my whole collection. Ray Troll. The shirt is from 1987. Kyle, it's a 2-inch bait, but it's tall. That's the thing. I don't know why that is. You see a lot of the time guys throw uh, cold water. They get out there and they throw their flat sides around, but I throw one in the fall a bunch. Travis, yeah, around that time. Around that time. The shirt says "Spawn till you die." AJ, give me a fucking break, dude. Don't act like your shit is not already catered when you get there. You have to fly your beer in ahead of time, whatever. Eric, that's the that's the random wall. That's the real wall. This is just random stuff. Thank you though for your nice compliment. I got to redo it. Eric, tell me what you think. I'm thinking about removing all these baits and painting it black. Bo, don't say that, dude. Well, do say that. I love it when deer hunters go hunting instead of fishing. That's my favorite time to fish. Like from October to like Christmas, January, when everybody's still in the woods, dude, it's awesome. It is awesome. Kyle, I don't have any Ronnie B's. I don't really get into that like uh I don't know what you would even call that because it's not boutique. It's just like I guess rare, hard to get. I don't know. I don't get into that kind of stuff. Oh, the cast iron skillet? That was a gift. Let me show you why it was the significance of it. One of them is my grandfather's. The other is has some sort of significance. My mom got it for me because it said TK on the bottom. What are the odds? Pretty nice looking skillet. And the number 7, so it's got to be lucky. I don't know if this thing's a piece of shit or not, but it's got my name on it, so it's got to be half-ass good. So, yeah. Can never have too many cast irons. But no, I've always been that way with like that rare stuff. I've never collected stuff that was hugely rare because if I like something, I like to have a bunch of it. And like it doesn't do me a whole hell of a lot of good to get, you know, a Ronnie B whatever shaky man where I have to like go to the ends of the earth to find another one. AJ, what did you disagree with? Is she going with y'all? Do you bring wormers on this trip, or is it just the men's? Travis, you couldn't stand it. The super tuned spooks. Did you get it in? Kylie probably could. Like, I wouldn't want to own it or own one. Like, I'd like to throw one and just to like, you know, just to see the action. But besides that, the pedigree and all that bullshit behind it does not like do anything for me. Like, some people like that part, chasing down something rare. What do you think? Is it worth the super tune? Does Fish Arrow know what they're doing? Kyle, dude. And the more I think about it, like I got so much shit in here. Like I got enough shit that would catch fish for a lifetime. Like what do I really need? Do I need? Do I really need to add some like weird rare bait? The only difference or the only exception to that I would make is that I like stuff from like current builders that I know and like I appreciate their work, but like people that have gone and passed, like I don't care. Like I don't have any ties to them, so it doesn't really matter to me. Um, but like Jimmy Etter, Ira, like all their stuff, I like to have because I know them and I appreciate their work. So uh, that I like. And those like those guys in Japan, like some of their stuff. Uh, if it runs across my path, yeah, I would buy some of that. Um, but none of the older stuff really appeals to me. Travis, do you mainly buy top waters? Is that your vice? What is it? What is everybody's vice that you can't like? You have enough stuff to fish with, but you just can't stop buying. Mine's probably Bagley's. Like I've got 10 million. Like not really, but I've probably got like I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. But sure, I have enough that would last anybody, especially at the rate I'm fishing. Uh, yeah, I've got enough Bagley stuff to last me forever. But still, I can't pass up a $7 one on eBay. And then like a year goes by, and you look down, and you're like, damn, I bought 20 of those things again. Jay, that's understandable though, because that's more fun and like collectible than like some like mass produced bait. When you're buying something off somebody that they built with their hands and like them, that's fun to do. I mean, that's the same thing with my like balsa stuff. You know what I mean? Like I know the guys, um, so I like to support them. Uh, Kyle, what did you retract? Obtuse angler. That's a good vice to have. I was like that. Although I never got the collection I wanted. I only made it uh, because I didn't know how to get in touch with guys, um, and I wasn't paying the cost that was at the time when I was shopping for custom painted baits. I couldn't afford them on eBay because they were like $50 a piece, um, and I never knew how to get in touch with these people, and so I've got a bait painted by Jimmy Etter before Jimmy was doing the stuff he is now. Uh, Back when he was just a crankbait painter. Um, uh, I've got a bluegill he did. Uh, I've got some Herman custom painted middle ends from Catching Concepts. I didn't know he painted them, but he did. I got those really cheap back in the day. Um, but I always wanted some stuff by John Pryor. I always wanted some like a before 6th Sense was like, you know, uh, mass produced when he was still a painter. When 6th Sense was a custom painting business, I always wanted some of that era work from Casey, uh, but I never got any of those. I'll be on the lookout. I still look occasionally for like uh, some old 6th Sense paint jobs just so I could add to the collection. Um, but I saw where he was going to do some release some baits he painted. I'll be interested to see how those look. Kyle, I repaint an arrow. I don't care. The the paint jobs on those aren't some like exquisite work of art that I would feel like bad painting over. Uh, yeah, I gotta get some baits sent to John Pryor. That's my next mission. I want him to paint me some baits, just like two. Uh, Maybe three, maybe five, whatever he feels like. Honestly, Jay, you're still a collector. You just use your collection. It's like a guy that's like a car collector. There's guys that collect cars and they just sit in the package or in the garage and never drive them. And there's guys that collect cars that go out there and do donuts in the driveway. You're a collector at heart, bro. Don't be in denial. Watching from Los Alamos National Library Thermal Test Complex. Random channel surfing. Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor, we do custom painted fishing lures around here. Thank you for stopping in from the library. How about that? You want a new in pack Zerolin Spook. Hmm. I don't think I have one. Theoretical physicists. Wow. We got some brains in the chat. Move over, Kyle. Green package. Like that's what you're on the hunt for at the moment, or is that like that's attainable, right? Or do they not pop up much? I don't look for them. I don't shop for them much. $80. Who's buying this shit? Valiant Thor, what do you fish for? What is your favorite fish to fish for? Please don't say lake trout. Bulk tubes. AJ. Do you like Mismo tubes, AJ? I have some that might interest you. Travis, what's your shining star on the wall right now? What's your favorite bait you have displayed? It's like brown with like this purplish blue tail. Oh, there we go. Smallies, largies, spotted bass, walleye. If you get hungry, maybe a tiger muskie if you're feeling froggy. Travis, you know the people at Snack Daddy? They're missing a color in their lineup. They need to get with the program. B38 Wigglewort. I don't know if I don't know what I would say would be my, like, I don't have anything super rare. Like all my like cherished baits are baits I've thrown, like that I've got tons of time with. I don't really have anything I'm attached to that's just like on the wall. What is a Snack Daddy, Kyle? It is a brand of a tube. I'll go get these Mismos. Hold on, let me get this last couple hooks put on. I'll show you. Kyle, all the rare Wiggleworts I've ever had, I sold. I got some crawl warts that I kept for myself, but anything that had any kind of value that I couldn't paint and wouldn't fish, they all got sent down the road. Uh-oh. The Snack Daddy people are not all there. So not the company I need to call and say, hey, can you do me a custom run of something? Are they cooking more than snack tubes over there? I'm trying to look at my wall. I don't see that there's anything on the wall that I absolutely like would be like completely against opening. Kyle, how do you not do tubes, dude? That's probably like besides an old monster, I don't think there's any better. Like you give me an old monster, a sweet beef, and a tube, and I'm happy. That's a shame. One can certainly punch with a tube, dude. It's like built for it. It is built for it. All right, one more. One more, and then I'll go dig these stupid ass tubes up. I've probably told y'all my tube story, haven't I? I know I've told it quite a few times. They still make the Tora tube? Travis, I'm not seeing that in the air. That doesn't need to be spoken of. And I'm not a color Nazi, except in a tube in that bait. It's like a PB&J. 100 count, 4-inch Mismo Big Boy. Purple Crawl is what it's called. Kyle, that's not the secret color. It's close. Not it. Not it. But it's close enough that it would probably work. It doesn't have flake in it, and I thought it would. But I was in the picture. It kind of looked like there was flake in the body, and there wasn't. But like I said, they'd be fine. I would prefer it to, though. I would prefer it to. Kyle, dude. The only problem I would say, Travis, you can probably agree with this, is that the only thing that sucks about if you're going punching with a tube is you have to have a separate rig to punch a tube, like a separate hook. Otherwise, you can't if you're punching with a straight shank, You can alternate a good amount of baits on that, but you can't straight shank a tube. I guess you could if you didn't like. I don't know. Probably not. Uh, but if you used an extra wide gap hook, you know, guys say that the hookup ratio isn't great. So I've always used extra wide gap hook. I want to try the haymaker on a tube. I need to ask Castledine that. I need to holler over at Castle Rock Entertainment and say, yo, bro, what's up with the haymaker? And have you flipped a tube with it? And he'd say, I don't flip a tube. Say, Castledine, go pick up a damn tube and go catch 30 on Rayburn and tell me how many you hook. Travis, it is a very nice hook. It is a very nice hook. I haven't had the opportunity to flip with it yet, but I if I could if I could get that haymaker to work, that would might be good because then I could use other baits. Just because I'm being lazy and I don't want to you know. Do you put actually? I should ask you that. Do you try that? Do you use that hook other than tubes? Maybe that hook's perfect then. Like, can you will a sweet beaver fit in that hook or like a uh, I don't know what other soft plastics are there? I literally have sweet beavers, tubes. What else do people pitch? AJ, Trocars suck dick though. What do I want a Trocar for? I'll let you buy all those on clearance. I did buy their wacky rig hook. Those hooks are actually in my bag. Yes, I use it for a lot of things. Chigger crawls, beavers, pit balls. Even better. That makes me feel better. I didn't know if it was like if you use that strictly for a tube and like if you were going to pitch a different bait, would you do something else? Um, Next question. I believe you told me that hook is a 5-aught. Do they make it in a 4-aught? Kyle, I don't like Trocar's points. They're a little weenie. AJ's going Trocar over an owner. Even an owner Zowire jungle. Dude, that's a badass hook. I don't know. Like that's the first hook I've ever used was the jungle flipping hook straight shank that I could feel a difference on the hook set. Like you could, as stupid as it sounds, I feel like you could feel the hook penetrating the fish's mouth. Call me crazy, but like when I set the hook, I felt like I could feel that hook go boom and like stick. It was the weirdest sensation, and I kept telling the dude I was fishing with, I was like, you can feel this hook like go in like meat flesh. It was weird. Uh, I don't know that the tubes I throw are that big though. I might have said big. I don't know. Maybe big compared to like Travis Manson. Uh, Roll the points on the jungle hook. Well, I think they just cancel each other out. Roll the jungle hook points, roll the trocar points. Jungle's a badass hook though, dude. Problem getting trocars out of the fish's mouth. AJ, here's a homework assignment for cheap bass. What is the best off-brand, house brand, generic bullshit hook available? I know you don't have Academy, but maybe I could send you some of the H2O Express Academy house brand hooks, and you could compare them to like a Bass Pro Shops hooks and compare that to like some other generic fucking shitty hook, and see if there's like an alternative out there that's like flown under the radar that's actually a legit hook. Maybe throw Eagle Claw in there for shits and grins. I use a 2-aught for the 3-inch chigger, 3-inch fighting frog, and 3-inch pitbot Demo. So that's your hook. That's just like Travis. That's not like your tube hook. That's your like pitching hook, which I like even better. They have some here in the at Field and Stream I saw, but I think I only saw the big giant ones. What else? What else do you do with it? How else can I use this hook, Travis? Do y'all mind holding a second while I go get a bottle of water? I'm about to start it up. Travis, I might have to go shopping today and see if I can find me some of those in alternate sizes. Kyle, never used them. Jordan said they were good. What does that mean? Have I been in his boat and like looked through all of his baits to see if that's what he's actually throwing? No, but I think they're probably good enough. You know what I mean? Like, that's really in the fishing world. That's all a product really has to be. Is just good enough that it doesn't totally fail. Like, no matter how good you may make it, people are going to break it or do something wrong to it. So, Rich, you can't find the haymakers? God, my mustache is diverting water from my mouth. AJ, Cease and desist coming your way. Checks in the mail. Travis, you're not supposed to tell everybody what hook that is. Yes. Yes, that would be the hook. They have it here in the the white boots section of. They have it in the center console section of Field and Stream. AJ, does the Fusion 19 hook? Does it flex? Or is it like a spinnerbait hook that you can catch a million on and never open one up? eBay and Academy. Oh, we have Academy. I forget to look at Academy. And Academy's cheaper. That place is a ripoff. Field and Stream is. Oh, it's a flipping hook. I don't know much about the Fusion line. I knew they make a little. The only one I've seen is like I think they make a little like octopus hook. Travis, I guess I need to do that. I could I'll get out the old bobbin and Vice. If y'all saw my Vice, you would laugh because I've been painting off of it for about 12 years. It's disgusting. Any real fly fisherman would cry. No, Travis, you ain't got to do that, dude. Thank you for the offer. I can tie me a few up in here one of these days. Like I said, it's not like I'm getting out there and hammering away on fish, but now that I know that hook is good for other stuff than a tube, then it's got me wanting to try other sizes for different applications. Do they have a mini one? Do they have like a one-off that you could stick in like a smallie beaver? I don't know what it is. As weird as it sounds, AJ, Kyle, Travis, Bo, for whatever reason, as big of a company as Berkley is, and like they've got the whole testing facility and all this shit, I don't trust Berkley. Like, I don't trust what they tell me for whatever reason. Like, they're just, I don't know. I just feel like they're full of shit. I don't know. They've never Berkeley never earned my trust at any point in my lifetime, and like I always have like my radar up on them. I'm just like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this Berkeley company. They're like the biggest one in the world, but yeah, just never. Like anytime they say, "Oh, we put this in our technology and this blah blah blah," like all that goes in one ear and out the other, and I'm thinking, eh. You know what? I bet it was. I bet they lost me at Vanish. If somebody could look me in the eyes and say, "Hey, bass angler, we can catch you more bass when you switch to our Vanish fishing line," Travis, that's fair. I'll take that deal. That won't take you long, will it? I don't know how they still make Vanish. Like, without a doubt, got to be the single worst fishing line ever made. How did that shit? Like, that's what I don't understand this about a lot of stuff and a lot of things in the fishing world to begin with. Like, I can understand like shit making it out into the world when you're like Joe's Garage bait company and you sell like, you know, a bunch of shit that you got off of like Alibaba and like, you know, that stuff gets out into the world. Yeah, I can understand how that's shit. But when you have like a pecking order at like a company the size of Berkley and like a product has to go through so many hands to reach like the last desk that gets the like stamp of approval, like how many hands and desks did Berkley Vanish go over and get approval and finally say somebody sat down at their desk and he said, man, this stuff's good, it's ready for market, it's ready, the world needs Berkley Vanish. How does the worst line on the planet go through any type of testing and make it out into the world still? Like, is the public the one, are we the crazy ones that are using it wrong? Like, what's up with that? I don't get it. That must have been like the brainchild of like Boss's son. Doesn't that kind of seem like it would be one of those kind of deals? Or like the CEO's kids like doing a summer internship and he's like, hey, let's make this line. I made this line. It's called Vanish. And everybody else is going, oh, it fucking sucks. It's like, no, Dad, this line's awesome. What do they say about what is even the point of Vanish? Berkley Vanish. The funny thing is, we all bought that garbage. Dude, they sell giant spools of that shit. What do they say about it? Easy casting Berkley Vanish has become a popular mainline fluorocarbon in the U.S. and Canada. We have been continuously improving the Vanish formula since it was introduced 15 years ago to ensure your satisfaction. One of the great values in a 100% fluorocarbon line. So they have been tweaking it since its release 15 years ago. Its features are that it is a easy casting fluorocarbon. They are now using the best Vanish formula ever. It remains clear underwater. Who gives a shit? It sinks underwater, more sensitive and more direct profile from rod tip to lure. Optimal wet strength, non-absorbing fluorocarbon maintains strength and abrasion resistance underwater. Flexible, traditional fluorocarbons are stiff. Vanish is designed to be more flexible. Wow. Okay, so we have the top 2 product reviews. Grizz from 9 years ago says, I bought 14-pound Vanish because articles I read about pitching recommended braid or fluoro. I tried braid first and I hated the way it spooled. I think he meant spooled. The way it spooled on my bait caster, and the sound it made running through my rod eyes. I got rid of it and tried Vanished, and I am sold. I am more accurate, and the line weight makes it easy to pitch or cast. I have to adjust the reel because it does come off the spool way faster than mono, but that is a minor compared to the fishability of the Vanished fluorocarbon. I tie the trilene knot to, and the knot strength is incredible. The thin diameter is also a plus. I'm getting rid of mono and replacing it with Vanish on all my reels. Grizz, you are a Berkeley employee. Shut up. I think that's how we all got our introduction, Travis. Get one of those little bulk, or not bulk, you get one of those little trawl, like mini spools. I don't know. I'd wonder how it is now. Like if they say they've constantly been tweaking the formula, like I wonder like how shitty it is. It's got to be pretty shitty. Still. But I mean, Travis, close your ears. But how do we still have Vanish and we don't have 17-pound big game? All right, Travis, ran over. Unplug your ears. That's all I want to know. Well, I guess I need to go get a haircut. We have to take pictures with the babies tonight, and I gotta get my bald head trimmed up. Kyle, that person wasn't even real. That person was 100% fake. I didn't like braid because the way it sounded going through my guides. Shut up, Grizz. You're like a 20-year-old intern working at some marketing agency that's writing these like fake ad reviews. That's what I'm saying, Jay. I spool up with braid just so I can hear that. I spool up with braid just so when I set the hook punching, I might possibly have a guide shoot off to the side one time. AJ, do not come on here and defend Vanish in any way, shape, or form. I can't believe you just went there. Travis, AJ just tried to defend Vanish, and it's in its defense. At the time, fluorocarbon was still mainly just a leader material, and it should have stayed that way because Vanish was not a mainline, never should have been, or a leader. It should be used for hanging like stars and like foam planets and shit in like classrooms. That's about all it's good for. and then you'd probably fall in and hit like a kid in the head. AJ, that shit wasn't even real fluorocarbon. It was like, I don't even like. No, that's not the same. That's what I'm saying. AJ's pissed because AJ's got all his reels spooled with Vanish. No, the difference is, AJ, a Rogue was a badass bait that caught a lot of fish. That was nothing wrong with it. It 100% belonged in the market. The 110 did it better, maybe. Vanish is dog shit line that breaks under less rated power than anything. It's trash. It doesn't need to be a product. Travis, I don't know. Get on YouTube. This guy's going nuts. I think he's drunk. I think he's wasted. Or he might have like he might be in his private jet and have like some sort of like altitude buzz. AJ, are you like above 10,000 feet or something right now? Are you drinking mimosas on your jet? Going to Canada? I bet that's what he's doing. I bet that's what he's doing. AJ's in his jet with his feet propped up in his leather chair, spooling his lake trout reels with 12-pound Vanish, going, this guy is so full of shit. Travis, AJ compared it to the Smithwick Rogue. He asked me that what I was comparing with fluorocarbon was like asking why the Rogue wasn't as good as a 110. Yes, AJ uses Vanish that changes color as well. I mean, I use shitty line, but damn. I mean, some would call it shitty. If by shitty you mean doesn't ever break. AJ says he has a couple of spools of Vanish Transition that never made it to market. How'd you get it? Because you secretly worked for Berkley? Is that what's going on here? Have we figured it out? AJ invented Vanish. It was his brainchild. That's what it is. You're the CEO's kid. You are that guy. AJ's dad is the CEO of Berkley. That's why he's flying around to Canada and all these jets and stuff. AJ was the kid that had the summer internship that created Vanish. I figured it out. I've cracked the code on you, AJ. Now it all makes sense with the like talking about how good the lake is at the Berkley place. Yep. All the chigger crawls. Now it makes sense. Jay, he deserves every word of it. He defended Vanish. All right. AJ is deep state Berkeley. He is. Berkeley Outlet Store, he says. That's where he got this transition that never made it to market. The outlet store. Deep State Berkeley. This is good. Man, we learned a lot about that guy today. All right, I'm gonna go get my hair cut again because the first time I did, the lady really jacked it up, and I didn't realize how bad it was. So I'm gonna go get it done again. I might shave my head. I'm going bald enough now that it's probably about time. Dad, can I have some more Vanish line? And when he came back the next summer, like, Dad, Vanish is so awesome. Let's make a new one called Transition. And everybody's going, no, you prick. Like, okay. And then they like make 3 spools to pacify AJ and then send it to the factory outlet. Then AJ goes in there, he's like, "Hey, my product made it to the shelves." Kyle, it's too late. It's cool. It's too late. It's far gone. It's gone. I'm done. It's done. Jay, let me see that thing. Kyle, be good. AJ, be careful in your jet. Uh, no, if I get me some, if I get some, if I get some topics, the little powder you sprinkle in your head, like I can usually cover my bald spot up enough to take pictures and look okay. But I still, it needs to be way shorter. The lady who cut it last time, she parted. She gave me this weird part that was like down here, and like she moved. Like I have this really long batch of hair right here that like doesn't have anywhere to go. Like my natural part is like up here. So all this shit that's like too long, all that needs to go. You know what I mean? And just like I need to get from here up like shaved, like short. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to go have a talk. I don't know that these women's at the place I go, Sports Clips, it's the closest place, and they're kind of a ripoff. But I don't know if any of them will be able to do what I need. I could get the old spray can out on my head. Oh, all right, guys. Y'all be good. I'm out of here. See you later. That's what I'm saying, Travis. I got to buzz this shit. But I got pictures tonight, so I can't buzz it that short. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Later. Later, dudes. Kyle, I've never been picky until now where I like want something specifically done. But I don't have any hair anyway, so it's not like they're I always say that it's like, dude, my hair's falling out. Like it's hard to really mess up my hair. And then this lady actually messed up my hair. So now I'm like, damn. Now I actually have to be like kind of picky. So we'll see. All right. Y'all be good.